Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Vision Vanguard. I am your usual person on here, Sage.
Hey guys, the Alphonse Zeus Team Greg T Vision signing in again.
And it's me, Chris.
Welcome, guys, to another great week. Right, today is the 26th of June. This episode may go up like Sunday, Monday. So we've been gone for a long time. So I just wanted to catch up with you guys, how you've been, what's been going on, your kind of card-related stuff. I see that Alphonse has like a new microphone now.
Yeah. That shout outs to Quinn for telling me the missing equipment that I need to pick up. So thanks to him on that.
It's like we're in the room with you.
Yeah,
Wow.
right?
It's kind of funny because the mic on your headset's still glowing, but
Yeah.
technically you could just put that microphone. Does that can that microphone
Misdirection.
go up at all, or is it just stuck down?
No. It's still the same. It's just that when I put my input audio, it goes to here instead. So like, even though I'm talking, this is not picking up because it's not the setting I put on Discord.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then Chris has a big blank wall behind him now.
Yeah, I know. We're
maybe you
missing all
should-
the Pikachus. So.
Yeah, maybe you need like a vision mat or something.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I you can't see me right now, but the video can. But I have the new vision mat here that I got. It's an awesome judge. I think you guys got one, right?
Yeah, I did.
Pretty hot. Shout out to them. Anyway, we wanted to have kind of a shorter episode today to talk about a few topics. Where we've been, what we've been doing, and also what's been going on lately. So I think one thing I kind of want to talk about quickly was the market right now for Vanguard cards, and nothing in particular. Like there has been a big gap between a set right now. We're just getting trial decks, and then I think Tri 3 is coming very soon. And then all of a sudden, a lot more reveals are picking up. So I think a lot more sets are going to be coming more at the end of the year for English. And I mean, there is no like tournaments going on. That's something else we could talk about. But particularly with that is that I'm a little disgruntled with a lot of these triple rares, grade ones, search for grade 3s, like such as Branwyn, right? And the price for these are like extremely high. You can see Branwyns are like $50. Galliuses are 65. I don't know if you know the Aquaforce ones. These are like these are the regular versions, and it's pretty much you probably want to run at least 2 to 4 in most decks if you want to be like, it's kind of ridiculous how you have to pay like $80 if you want like on release day $80 for a playset of these kind of cards, that for your clan, right, that you play. Because I feel like a lot of people, they do want to get a playset of everything, and then that's the big gut wrench, for me.
The big one.
It's really sad.
It's the fact that they're rivaling some of the VR prices. That's what really gets me. Because I understand like you want to make sure you get your grade 3, but to put them at that much of a price, especially when you have to buy the playset together just to have that peace of mind to utility or utilize them, whether it is you need them at 4 or 3 or 2. So it's just
it's even beating the VR prices because there's more than like one VR for a specific clan. Then there's only this one triple rare for this specific clan, right?
It sucks because like you like have like they go in everything, like I think that's probably why. It's just like super unfortunate that they're such high rarity, and then usually you just have to, you're playing Claret Sword, you're playing the new Luar, you're playing Overlord. You have to play, or you're probably playing it, and like
it's something unique to like a specific clan. Triple rares we get before, we're like, oh, this has to do with this. It has a kind of a skill like a Kane. Oh, it has a superior call thing. But this is just like, you're probably going to get 5k power on this. So it's going to be a 13k attacker, a booster, and you're going to search top 5 for grade 3. And like that's it. It's nothing unique. It's just something every clan has now.
Definitely feels
but as a $50 card, right?
Yeah. So I think it's funny because I think people were this like definitely proves the like I guess hypothesis, but like people were worried about order cards, like high rarity order cards being like really good too. And this is like kind of a similar situation where it's like within one clan, a very useful card gets printed. It could be used in anything, and like it just skyrockets because it's high rarity.
Yeah.
But like if it's good in every clan, like
I mean, high rarity order cards, if it's good in every clan, will be expensive. But the thing is, there's low rarity versions of the card. They're just gonna hand them out like candy, I believe. You know, it's like like in these trial deck, they just came out with the grade 2 with most of them that give like I think it gives like something 20k power or something. I'm not sure what the skill was, but they have base rarity versions of it, and then they have the high rarity version of it, right?
That would be, please.
Yeah, but you know, people are gonna simp and then get the high rarity.
They want to bling out the deck. Gotta bling it for the max rarity. Who knows?
Yeah,
extra rarity will give them the extra shuffle feel or something. I'm not sure how they would.
I've always heard foiling. You can stack with foiling, you know. But
I heard also something about how like they like. I feel like it's total superstition, but like how they fall, like when you shuffle with them.
Yeah, or you can tell the weight. That's the crazy one. You could tell the weight. Yeah. People say that. Like, do you remember? Do you remember in Vilas Deleter set when they came out with VDRs? And I don't know if you guys like have VDRs, right? Deleter rares, dude. They feel different because they are actually thinner because of the way they're foiled. But you can't tell like the weight difference, you know. Like my friend would be like, "Put it in my hands," like close his eyes. It'd be total nonsense, right? But like. It would be like thinner in a way, right? So
crazy.
Yeah, actually with that too, they're making SP packs of every set, which is good.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of hyped about that.
Yeah, those are pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm hyped about that because it's kind of more excitement if I go to like my locals and I just pull, like let's say I get a pity pack and I pull an SP pack, right? That's pretty awesome, dude.
It happens. You just swings in the other direction. You feel like $1 million walking at it.
And I'm not sure because are those packs? I think it's like at least one per case, right? For like
at least
one clan for one case, right? So that'd be kind of interesting. But it is really kind of funny, because I just remember like with the we're talking about Vilas Deleter rares. I know people that digged in those packs to try to get a Vilas Deleter rare, but it wasn't even one per case. So,
damn.
Speaking of rarities, the new rarity, the ASR or whatever, that cracks me up so much.
Is that the one that's coming with the Maelstrom one? The Maelstrom?
I think
rarity?
so.
I think there's an ASL, for both Maelstrom and Glory Maelstrom.
Yeah.
I think the original one was for Luard and Morfessa.
Yeah.
I think that was the.
Do you know what that's ASR? Do you know what that stands for?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's the funniest thing. It's like another super rare or something like that.
Oh, really? Okay. Listen,
another.
You look at it. It's a SP and an Origin rare put together. That's what it is. Like. Because it's the old art of the old Maelstroms, which look really good, right? So it's kind of lazy, but like it's not that lazy because it's awesome. I want those ASRs.
Yeah,
right?
but the meaning is just the funniest thing.
It's like we just came up with another rarity. I'm sorry, we tried everything in the book.
At least it's not. Parallel. At least it's not Yu-Gi-Oh, where the rarities, like
rainbow stamp rares and star print rares.
I don't even know, man.
I don't know.
I don't even start. I just know that someone tells me. I look up a card or something, and I'm like, "There's like 12 rarities." I'm like for like a simple card. I'm like, "What? Why is?"
What's reprinting? Reprinting.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So I dug that into a big grave right there. So yeah, please, I'd like it if these Bradwin cards like that could be a bit cheaper. And then have a next topic. I'm not a big fan of like Vanguard Zero. I think you guys do play it, but I think one thing they're going to be changing soon. Do you guys want
question mark changes?
Yeah, do you guys want to tell me about that?
Yeah, sure. So I'll keep it like short because for those of you watching, there's an in-game notice, so you guys can like look at that. But basically, they're changing how VP works. They're changing the rank system in points, and they're changing the VP rewards. And so, Sage, because since you're not familiar, VP is just like you just accumulate it through playing.
Yeah, Vanguard
right?
points.
Yeah. So they changed it so it does not go infinitely anymore. It used to be infinite. You could just infinitely play it. I think that's a big part of like why VP farmers worked, because like you would just get infinite rewards. But now they capped it out. I think it's like 26-ish packs total for each season. And then they also changed VP. So I think that's like the one that most people are really like, oh, it kills the VP farmers. And I think, there's a whole debate about whether they're good or bad, which I don't really want to get started on.
We can talk about it. I'll talk about it.
Yeah,
sure.
of course. Yeah.
Sure. So the VP changes were that before you got 2,000 VP, no matter what you did, you win 2,000, you lose 2,000.
Yeah.
Now you win, you get 3,000. You lose, you get 500 for every damage you inflicted.
Okay.
If you don't do any damage, you don't get any VP.
Okay.
And then the ranked ladder changes is just like it makes it easier to get to Legends 20, and then it kind of goes back to normal.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically, if you're VP farming and you don't do any damage to your opponent, you don't get any VP. So I think that's like the big thing where people are like, oh gosh, it's over, and the unlimited rewards too.
How much VP would be needed like in the old way, 2,000 per? How much VP do you need for like a pack?
It kind of ramps up in a way because after the first million, right? Like because
it's after the first 1.2 million.
We have 1.2 million. Yeah. Then like for every was it every 10,000 or
I think it was 100,000.
Every 100,000 you get a pack.
Yeah.
And so when you think about VP farmers, when you play a normal game of Vanguard, it's normally like 8 to 12 minutes or so like that, depending on how crazy the match could be. When you go up against a VP farmer, they're essentially letting you win by not doing anything, not even attacking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in that moment, you're encouraging the other player to say, oh, there is a VP farmer, so we're just going to bash in to win. And at the end of the day, you get the 2K. That's pretty much it. But when you think about it, those VP matches, they'll only take maybe 2-3 minutes. And so it adds up per hour. So you can actually grant like a whole bunch of VP if you just VP farm all day. You can get a ton of packs out. And especially when it was infinite, you would have ranks that would go way past like, oh, VP past like 355 or
I saw people with like 5 million VP easy.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's a lot of packs.
Yeah.
So they won't be able to do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting.
So
go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. Basically, my take is that I'm not actually sure this gets rid of VP farmers. I think it just makes them less efficient.
Okay.
That's because if you, there's like almost no way you don't give them like at least 1 damage a game. Yeah. So they're gonna probably get like 500 VP, and like for people who don't have time to like play 24/7, you might as well just VP farm, even if you're only getting like 500-ish, maybe more if you're lucky. That's still like something that you don't have to like spend active time on, right?
Yeah.
And so now you cap at 2 million VP, but like if you're like a busy man or something, or you just like, I don't want to grind, you could still VP farm and you could reach that. So it just means you can't go infinite anymore, right?
Yeah. And what's the opposing thing of this? Buying them. How much is like a pack?
Oh, I have the game up really quick. So a pack is 100 gems, and you can buy the cheapest conversion is 50 gems for $1. So and of course, if you buy more, it like gets a little bit more efficient, but it looks like it's around $2 a pack.
$2 a pack, and maybe it goes down to a little bit cheaper. Okay.
Yeah.
So people have to look at how much time they're spending versus how much like VP
Yeah, it's a
farming
whole
for a
new
pack
math.
versus like
It's
you
a whole
know
new math.
working and then paying for a pack.
Right, for sure.
Which is it's probably
It's-
pretty efficient if you just did like worked or something in real life and then just paid it bought a pack than what they're
Yeah,
doing,
it's
you know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, because like the VP farmers, like it's all automated. It's like a bot.
Yeah.
So like they don't have to do anything. They just like turn on the bot and walk away. They
Yeah.
turn on the bot. They go make money, and then they buy more packs. On top of it.
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it. I guess
Yeah.
like if anything, the competitive scene is going to be a little bit more incentivized to play the game, no matter how stressful it is. I think maybe they can just play and they push them to like 3-4 damage, and then at that point they can give up because they just be like, all right, I'm definitely not gonna win this. I'm just gonna let the guy win.
They just call final turn every turn. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's just,
Um,
yeah, just like that.
My so it's kind of funny, right? So I was kind of turned off by the game because of VP farmers, so it becomes down to like kind of like how much fun am I having per hour? Does that make sense? So it's kind of
Fun
like
per
weird because
hour.
that's up to me, right? But like my
Yeah.
friend, he likes getting VP, right? So if he faces a VP farmer, he's like, oh, this is free, awesome, dude. I get to relax, just attack, and then he faced that 10 times in a row. He's like, this is really annoying. I kind of wanted to play a real game.
Yeah, that's how I am too. Like I'm free win. I don't care. I'm trying to try out my new stupid deck that I made. And I just play not games. Like
Yeah,
it's
and
just
it's kind of diminishing too because people hit legend, and they're like hit legend, and someone's like, you just face VP farmers, like you suck, right? So
yeah.
But now just like, all right, we're gonna get everybody back up again, and now it's gonna be a little bit more legitimate. So at least people are rising up to legend.
Yeah, and I guess
a bit more of an honest effort.
and is the game ranking system more based off time played that rather than like it's not like an elo system, right? So
no, it's basically time put in, which I really don't like.
I still probably won't play for that reason, but yeah.
No, I think that's fair. I don't really play ranked that much, if I'm being honest. Like I'm like, oh, play one ranked game as your daily quest. Okay. Half the time it's like a VP farmer, but like when I actually like want, I'm kind of like, oh, I kind of want to play a little bit. It's like 9 times out of 10 I'm not playing an actual game, which I don't enjoy personally.
Yeah. On the bright side, at least now it's like it's even nice if you want to get that competitive edge. There are just tournaments everywhere
That's
that are
true.
just hosting, so it's cool. From like the Clash of Kings tournaments Division has to like whatever our local scenes would have, and contacting Bushi Red for support. It's just like pretty cool because
that is awesome. Like we us Vision, we do these Clash of Kings, we do these qualifiers like every Friday. Like that's what people want. They want things like that. Like sometimes daily. I bet you people want that daily if it's easy enough.
Yeah.
Because it lets them just play the game. I know they don't get packs. Do they get packs for doing these tournaments? I think there's some reward.
I'm not super involved with the tournament organization, but they do have like a system, right? I think.
Yeah, they have a prizing system, for like just PR packs. So packs. That you can just redeem and
See, that's awesome. Like they're getting packs. They're playing Vanguard 0, and it's competitive, right? None of this VP farming. Imagine a VP farmer showing up to one of those tournaments. They're farming promos.
Oh no, that would suck. That would get you shamed pretty quickly because that's the setting where you want to be competitive. It's like
but like your first round opponent, it's like he just like passes turn the whole time, right?
So I'm playing in the Living Proof Cup tomorrow at the time of the recording. Should I just go in VP farming? Like just as a super meme? That'd be so funny.
Oh my god, that would be so
That's like the biggest meme ever.
Yeah.
Oh my
you
God.
should also you should record like at least your games or something.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because apparently that's a thing people like to do too. Is they'll how like we'll like after regional you'll have like a post like what happened in your games. People kind of do that same thing with Vanguard 0. It's I don't know if that's like a cool normal
I'll turn
thing,
it up
but
to like 100 times speed.
That works. Yeah,
right. And then
maybe
just, like,
times
do a
2
commentary as we go along.
Yeah. So you see here, I swung. He had no perfect guard. It worked out.
Yeah. You see here a double crit, easy win.
Easy peasy. Yeah, and with that too, back to real quick. Back to Vanguard, actual Vanguard, right?
Real
So,
Vanguard.
paper
as far as
Vanguard.
we know, we had absolutely no Springfest, and then now we have absolutely no what do you call it? We have absolutely no like actual regionals.
Nothing.
You know, they have nothing
Yeah.
to look forward to. Not even Worlds. Even Buddy Fight. Even Buddy Fight's gone. Okay.
Yeah,
Look forward to
yeah.
Buddy Fight.
2020
no.
is just like, okay, what's happening this month? Oh, World War III. What's happening this month? COVID. What's happening in this
Buddy
month?
Fight.
Kill the Hornets. Hey, yeah, and then Buddy Fight. No, and
How
it's
could this
like-
happen?
And then, okay, it can't get any worse, right? I can still go to my tournaments. Nah, man, we gotta cancel Springfest, the rest of Springfest, and BCS.
Yeah,
I'm
regionals.
like,
But they have something structured. So they did
Yes.
put they have something here called Bushi Road Shop League 2020, and there's only one level of competition, and it's just at the shop challenge. It's only at your shop, right? So you don't have to go anywhere further. They don't want it to be too big. You know, they don't want to be too competitive. They don't want to make the prizes too crazy, right? And the circuit will adapt for individual tournament format on all the games. It's kind of funny. It does have they're still supporting Buddy Fight tournaments for another year for this year, but they're not
yeah.
putting in more product, right? So there's Buddy Fight Ace, a standard Vanguard, premium Vanguard, and of course the best game White Shorts.
Hey.
So each shop can only hold this special shop tournament once a week per game. So if a shop wanted to, they can run like one standard, one premium, one Weiss, one Buddy Fight a week, right? Personally, I think our shops, like we're gonna have like one shop running a premium, another shop running a standard, and a White Shorts.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but it'll run for 2 seasons. That's their starting point. So season 1's gonna be September to October 2020, and then season 2 is November to December 2020. I think what they mean by this, it's the very beginning of September, at the very end of October. So there is no like gap,
There's no
right?
in between. Okay.
That
Yeah,
makes
because there's no like break. You can just go from end of a season to the beginning of the one because they don't want you. They want you to go back to the shop right every weekend.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool. I kind of had this idea a long time ago with like my personal shop, like to get people to come to more tournaments, and like I'd buy a box or something, and they get like the winner get like a box. But you know, anyway, basically it's this in a package, right? So a participant gets 1 point, third place gets 2 points, second place gets 3 points, and then first place gets 5 points. And the points are like shop locked, so you can't like jump shops, you know, and like have like the same.
Yeah.
You can't say this. You have the same thing. So, but you can go. You can play in multiple shops. You just keep the points you have there, right? It's like an arcade machine, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
right.
just different high scores. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the season, the prizes distributed will be as follows. Basically, if all players with 5 points, which is pretty easy if you go up to 5 tournaments, so it's an 8 week thing. They all get a participation promo card, right? And then third place gets 1 promo card and then a certificate. Second place gets a certificate and 2 promo cards, and first place gets 3 copies of the foil promo card and a certificate, right? Actually, it's kind of nice. Third, second, and first get a foil version, and then everyone else just gets a regular version.
That's super
So
value.
hopefully the card's cool, you know, or good. Maybe like a brand win or something, you know.
Can you imagine? Yo, that would be a nice turnaround. Just be like, hey, I know that the grade 3 searches are all pretty expensive, but what if we give you a special promo version of them?
Yeah. Hopefully, you know, it's kind of a weird thing. I don't know if you guys ever encountered this before, but like, have you ever been on like TCG Player and you see these cards already for sale, even though like the season wasn't done? Basically, someone has a shop. I'm doing air quotes right now. A shop, and it's not really a shop. It's just like them, and then they pass up everything right away, you know.
Yeah.
Or they're a Bushi shop, but they don't really run tournaments. It's a big problem in Japan. That's a different thing, right? But not sure if that happens really here in America very often. But yeah, especially if the cards are actually worth money, right? So
Money talks.
money talks. So that'll be fun. Hopefully, you know, things calm down by then. I think things are still crazy here in June.
Yeah.
Because I've been missing some Cardfight Vanguard. So
Yeah, summer is summer's going to be pretty pivotal to see how 2020 is, even though that 2020 as a whole has just been just bonkers.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
we're just halfway done with it.
Yeah, that's true. We're halfway done with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, also it's kind of weird. I was looking through some of our old podcasts, and our last, I don't know if you saw, our last one got like a lot of views. Like 750, something like that. You know, it was a most viewed one. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it's meta or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
People
people
love
love that.
breakdowns.
Meta breakdowns always get a lot of views.
Yeah, people always simp for the meta.
This is a fun podcast today, to be honest, right?
Do everything. The fact that we kind of went in the back, it's just like our first topic, and then our last topic just whipped back to the first topic.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Was there anything else you want to talk about Zero? When it came to Zero?
Not really.
Neo
Except
Necro
I'm
event
just
is
stupid
alright.
and I'm mad.
Neo
I
Necro,
put a lot of
yeah.
resources in this Neo event and did not go how I
Yeah.
wanted,
How?
that's just gacha life, I guess.
What was the Neo event, and how'd you put
Um,
resources? You just put money into it, or what?
I put a little bit of money into the game just like for the heck of it because I think it's like reasonably fun and to support the game.
Yeah, of course.
Because I think that's a thing that people should do.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, okay, so I was like, I'm gonna build Neos, and I'll spend all my gems if I have to. So I've spent all my gems. So we go back into like money conversions, right? I spent like 7k gems, and
Okay.
if 50 gems was $1, that's like
It's quite a bit of money. Yeah.
it's quite a bit of
my
money.
brother's-
Of
my
course,
brother's a
I didn't
whale.
actually spend. I didn't spend all that money. It's been
But
accumulating slowly.
how did it
throughout the
fail?
game, but
How did it fail?
well, it failed because there's two different triple R's in the event, and I still have 0 of one of them.
Okay. And you want like a playset of each? I'm assuming.
I mean, ideally,
Ideally.
right? Ideally, you don't pull 8 of one and 0 of the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so you after the first 4, you get at least some material, but is that material enough to craft?
It's not. So I think I can craft like 2, maybe 3 by the end of the event of the other one, which is Gene, the like Night of Harvest or whatever. But you know what I said? I said, screw that kid. He doesn't want to show up. I don't want him anymore. So I'm just saving it for whenever Neo Nectar comes back around again.
Okay.
I don't need
Yeah,
him.
it's Cecilia.
Do you get like a bigger deal or something when an event comes around for a clan?
No, so the clan events are
Or is
weird
it just
because
hype?
yeah, they're kind of like hype. They're like limited time, and but you can only get like clan cards from that clan. Where like normal booster packs is like
Oh,
you could
okay,
get
that's
kind
good.
of
That's so
anything.
cool.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first event was for Grand Blue. Grand Blue was like okay and 0. The second event was for Spike Brothers, and Spike Brothers was super meta. Like
Yeah.
I think they're really good.
just recycling your maximum juggernauts that are also hero triggers. So like, oh Jesus, that's insane. And then Neo Nectar has its shenanigans too. They can recycle as well through Gene.
Keep calling out skydivers. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
It's so good.
Yeah, it's good. Like some of these clans, like not all of them, but at least 2 of them have made a good break in the meta to
Mhm.
realize that, oh my god, people can just farm this event and they can have a pretty good competitive deck to go into ranked or tournament.
Yeah. I wonder how that stacks up even past it's a Majesty Lord's out, right? I know
Yeah.
it's getting nerfed. It got nerfed in Japan, so it's gonna get nerfed in English, right?
Yeah, it's
Eventually,
gonna happen
yes.
eventually.
Yeah. I don't know if like, for example, I'm a big Spikes player in for regular Vanguard. So I'm hearing it's doing good in 0. That's really good, right? At least
Yeah.
it's doing
Oh, yeah,
somewhere.
it's gonna be nuts when Deadly Emperor comes out.
Yeah.
Deadly Emperor's
Apparently
gonna
that was
break it.
really, really, really good back in the day. Like I think
Yeah, it was also really, really
Yes.
good in like normal Vanguard. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
It made top 8 in the first BCS, at least in the circuit in New Jersey that happened in 2012. It's a beast because the amount of attacks that it generates, like at least 5 attacks. And
Do you remember when 5 attacks, like at least 5 attacks, was really good? Now that's
Yeah.
standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like swing, and I'm like, all right, cool, and then swing. Oh, no defensive trigger. I'm dead.
But it's gonna be nuts in Zero because now it's like 5 attacks and you can't guard anymore.
Wait till G
Yeah.
comes out. You know.
Oh
I
my
can't
gosh.
imagine. I can't imagine if how Stride's gonna enter into Zero. It's
Yeah,
gonna
it'll just be something busted. Just be like,
Yeah.
Gize, Zero.
Welcome to your 15 to 20 minute game,
Actually-
Bushi Road.
Yeah. That's actually kind of funny. You just like not call down rear guards, so they have to attack your Vanguard. No, it's oh man.
Yeah,
This is
right.
We're getting to like real premium meta at that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to see how Bushi's like, hey guys, we have like a big red button in the form of geese that's gonna be coming out
Oh no.
eventually. Maybe
It's
not this
only,
year,
like-
but next year.
No,
What,
it's like
6 years down the
Yeah.
road, right?
yeah, 6
Yeah.
we'll have
Oh,
the
yeah,
Zazan. It'll be Zazan all over again, you know, what we're
Yeah.
feeling right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god.
Zazan 2-0. That's what that's the thing, right?
Yes.
That's what the hashtag
Yep.
Zazan
Oh my
to
God.
Vanguard
That's
0.
what it means, right?
Yeah. We didn't understand what you meant. Be more clear. So funny. Oh god. Speaking about cards, okay. So have you any like sets you've been like, you know, cards that you've been liking, revealing, or not maybe not like revealing, right?
I've been loving
came
OTT. OTT's reveals have been great. That was a starting point for me, and then seeing the Murakuma overlay have piqued my interest.
Which way were Kuruma reveal in particular?
The dueling dragons. The dueling
Okay,
dragon
yeah.
support.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Zentetsu.
Dentetsu.
It's like they are coming back strong, and not
Yeah.
only with supporting the current standard stuff,
Mhm.
but then the Yasue.
Yeah, so I was a big
gosh,
I was a
dude.
big Dueling Dragon player, right? When it
Yeah.
came out in standard, and I love that frustrating moment where your opponent has to give you like damage or fight you, and you have to super rest them, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does have its issues. Like it did super well at World, right? Of course, and did well even after that, until like Vast Leader came, and then basically everything changed. But even with that, it's just they hit for really small numbers. You know, left arrestor, right arrestor, they hit for extremely small numbers. But this cards and Tethu, it doesn't really. I guess it does like increase power of arrestor if it's on Vanguard, right?
Yeah.
But it's not about that. It just lets you call a lot more arresters.
Yeah.
And there's like a grade 1 arrestor now that
like it's 10K.
and a soul charge and a soul charge.
And soul charge.
Yeah, that's actually really big. That soul charge.
I saw the soul charge. I was like, oh, soul charge.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Honestly, best reveal yet.
Yeah, but that grade 1. So that grade 1 on top of Zanbaku with that Zentetsu, and then maybe a Zangeki if you sack a soul charge early, you know, might be fast enough. But I just like that you can take a damage, so you can just super lock them very fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now some decks it is very frustrating. Some decks get around super lock, you know. In particularly Gear Chronicle can get around it like all the time with their superior ride, so they don't care. But like there's other things like Nova Grapplers has a way around it. Dude, so many clans have a way around that. It's super annoying, but it's just how it goes. I guess you have to counter it somehow.
Evolution of the game, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I guess it's good. It's just good because then it's just not face roll when you're playing Mirakumo like it was before. But
Yeah.
Anyway, Dueling Dragons and Arresters.
Dueling Dragons, exciting.
What about
Yasui.
What about Yasui? What about
Exciting.
Yasui? What do you think?
What is he? Did he have skills? I forgot.
Yeah, his skill was act. It was an act, right? It was
Yeah,
act,
they're
and
both
and it's
acts.
and it's basically Mandala Lord, right? As
Yeah,
an
yeah,
act.
yeah. It's Mandala Lord's on place.
And then what else does it have? Does it have a second skill?
You get to like ride Tenma from the drop after it attacks, which is
Oh
like,
yeah, that's actually
kind-
really good. Yeah, or superior.
I mean, that's
Very
debatable because like Tenma literally has no Vanguard skills that are useful. Like it has a worse version of Yasui's skill that's act. Just
Yeah, it's also
the
not.
rear
They
guard
also
only
have.
skill, and I'm
And
like,
then
oh,
attack, discard 2 cards from your hand, and then ride this card. Okay, and then he has an act, And then he has a rear guard skill. Okay.
Yeah, and his act is like the exact same thing but worse. And I'm
Yeah,
just
it's like one worse. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That seems pretty
Not
bad,
feeling it.
but I'm assuming they're gonna put cards in, like if your Vanguard is named Yasui, then it gets like 10k power, 5k power, you know? Just like how Drilling Dragon has, like if a Vanguard named Drilling Dragon, you get 10k power.
Hopefully there's more around it. Actually, but they just showed another triple R that's like super doo-doo. It's not super doo-doo. It's just like not good. It's like, why is this
it's a grade 2. It's a grade 2.
Yeah, it's a
12k on your grade 2 turn. And you get another one out. But it costs a counter blast and a soul blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, I agree. 1000%.
I mean, like, for a triple rare spot, it doesn't do anything cool. And then, like, Pale Moon's out here getting a whole new way to use Excel markers.
Yeah. Fushimi is better than that other card we just talked about. Yeah.
Fushimi.
But yeah, I actually not talk about that Harry. I actually really liked that setup that Harry had. It's very specific. It's only Harry, you know, and he makes all the Excel markers a stage, right?
Yeah.
And if a card is on it and it's a stage, it gets an ability, you know, and then basically all the other cards are free. Like if this card is called out from a Harry skill, you get to draw a card, you get a counter charge, you get to basically put one of your opponent's rear guards in their soul. That's pretty OP.
There's the pigeon excited me the most. It's like when it's placed on stage, get an Excel circle. What?
Oh yeah, that was good too. Yeah, actually, and then that becomes a stage.
The Star Pop Dragon. Yeah.
So I didn't really see or like watch the reveal stream for that.
I did.
Is it like they like become like they fuse into like one force marker kind of thing where they like stack power? Like what's going on there?
What do you mean? Oh,
with the stage.
I have no idea. Were they putting markers under it or something? Or is that just the powers?
I think it's like all your Excels like fuse into like the stage. And so you can't stack Excel markers anymore. They just like I think they just like slam their power on one unit.
I did not see that. Well, the thing that is, there's a card in there.
Know.
It gets 5k power for every Magi or something. I don't remember what the term, right? Magi doll, right?
Magi doll.
And if it has 40k power, you get a critical and they can't call Sentinel and it retires itself.
I think that's the pigeon.
No, that's Star Pop Dragon. Star Pop Dragon is this unit gets plus 5k for each of your rear guards and Magia Doll in the call names. When placed on stage, get an Excel circle. When it attacks, if it's 40k or greater until end of battle, get +1 crit, can't call Sentinels, and then end of battle retire. The pigeon, in particular, when it's placed, put up to 1 card with Magia Doll and its card name from your drop zone into your soul. At the end of the battle of attack, if it's on stage, Counter Blast, bounce it back to hand, search your deck or drop zone for up to 1 Star Pop Dragon, call it to stage, and if you search your deck, shuffle your deck.
Yeah, and then Silverthorn.
Right? And Silverthorn. Like, I'm liking how it is, because I can just see, like, all the Excel markers just, like, consolidating into one, and then just boom, like, oh, we have another Excel marker. It's like, oh, God, what? It's just like, this is insane.
That seems pretty boss. All that seems pretty dang good.
Yeah,
personally, I just like that one card gets you a. Dude, getting free resources is amazing. You know, it's like that's a natural power progression. It's like, why do it when you can do it for free? Why do it when you can get resources and do it? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I know you guys have trouble drawing your cards, and we kind of banned out the other card that got you to draw cards. But let's give you more ways to draw cards.
Because Harry lets you call out 2 cards from your soul, unless your Vanguard's grade 3, and you call it 4 cards, right?
Yeah. It's so good.
So you just poop everything out, and you just countercharge.
Hide in my little corner of Murakumo sadness right now.
Yeah. Like, all right, dude. All right. Just okay. Now that you were sad, okay, let me talk about this card, okay? This is why I went into Vanguard Depression. Why I've been a little AFK. And it's this card. Actually, I don't even remember the name of them, dude. I don't even remember the name of this card. All right, we're gonna go to it right now. Hold up. This is a little transition. All right, transition good. So the card I'm talking about is Grey Hero Villain Verminous from Spike Brothers. And so for some reason I had so much expectations for Spike Brother card to be like not terrible, you know? Like it'd be like, oh, it might be usable like every now and then. But it came out and then a lot of people were like kind of like negative toward me because I was saying it's no good. And they're like, no,
Okay.
dude, but it can be used. It can like increase your GB, you know, or be a multi-tack. But like, that's not what they already has that, but it's better, you know. And like, you can't put this with Zazan because it costs a soul, 2 soul. It's too much, you know. Like it doesn't work with that. Why use this? Anyway, whatever. I'm over it, right? Yeah, it's bad. I'm not even gonna like say why it might be good, but actually, okay, listen. Okay, wait, I took that back. It might be good soon, right? The problem is you need a force marker, and so with that, what coming soon is going to be the amazing card. And what I'm talking about is Rising Nova. They're bringing back, you know, G units, of course, and so it's they're making a new set. I call it the Feels Bad set, where they put Spike Brothers, Mega Colony, and Tachikaze together, but they're putting Shadow Paladin into it. So
yeah, they threw Shadow Paladin to up the value.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if you thought Spikes, Tachis, and Mega Colony were already cheap, well, it's even cheaper. Right, in this one set,
That's a win in my book.
That's a win, right?
Like I will always overtake it.
Yeah, and it's
Okay,
not
guys,
just
you
one.
want to
It's 2 Shadow Paladins. It's like Final Blaster Overlord and what's the Luard? Yeah, you know. So it's like it's double. It's double, right? Hopefully,
Oh my god.
hopefully the card's good. It can't be like worse,
please.
right? It's gonna have a force marker of 13k at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless they're gonna like cheese it and say like, "Hey, let's put you at a 14k base."
Yeah.
Like,
And they're gonna be making force markers or not or using force markers. Like that's what their thing is. Like that's what they try to hint it toward. And that set they're releasing a lot of like reveals really fast. So hopefully by end of the month we'll already know what this is. Anyway, you could probably make a use of it like with rear guard cards, and having your Vanguard be a Rising Nova, because there is some pretty good Rising Nova multi-tacking combinations. I'm not sure if it's better than what's out there currently in premium, but yeah, regardless, I'm big sad about this premium card. But, yeah, I'm sure everyone's disappointed some way in Vanguard lately.
It like doesn't help that we can't play right now, basically.
Yeah,
or like
maybe it does.
The remote fight.
Maybe some people it's good. Maybe some people it's not so good.
Maybe
we'll see.
Yeah, I wish.
At least.
We should promote. I should promote remote fight a little bit more. I was trying to like in our little Vision Cord, right? But then no one wanted to play. You know, like right now.
Also in the middle of moving.
Yeah, I just bring like my webcam down. I know you guys can't see it right now. I just bring my webcam down, and then boom, it's right there. It's actually pretty hype if you can get like a small crowd on Discord watching. You know. Yeah, and it happened one time. I was playing with China. I don't know if you were there. We had a meeting. Right before the meeting started, I like got cards out. We did like 2 turns, and they're like, "Stop what you're doing. Just we don't remote fight here, right?"
So sad.
No.
Yeah, but maybe it'll be a thing. They're promoting remote fight tournaments like with prizes.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
It's very exciting.
Maybe I should participate. I wonder how well they're run or how well they're not run. Because if it's anything
only
close,
one way to find out. Safe.
Yeah. Listen, if it's anything close to like how things are like right now, you know, like I don't like as in old regionals, because sometimes it's not ran very well, right? How much better could it be online? Yeah, but I don't think there's any like big rewards. I don't think yet for playing online, just like for fun remote fight, because then you know people promotes cheating in that kind of way, you know, because people might cheat if there's like a prize, right? It's
more expensive too.
I'd probably say it's probably not that hard to cheat if you're at a remote fight, you know. But like, why would you? But,
yeah, it'd just be
people
like
are stupid
right now. Really? No.
The last thing I kind of want to talk about is they're doing changes to PayPal. Now, a lot of people things it may not affect a lot of you, you know, but those of you that like buy cards on the marketplaces, like such as Facebook, just know like at the end of July, they are changing their terms of service, and I'm not sure why, but what's happening basically is if you're not if you're selling something for resale, let's say like a card's resale, right? Basically, if you buy a card from somebody, and let's say they like scam you or whatever, right? you can't really get your money back. You can appeal for it, and then they're basically like, "Oh, did you buy something for resale? Yeah, we're not gonna pay. PayPal's not gonna pay you back, even if you pay like that fee. Everyone does. So, just saying, be more careful out there buying stuff online. Maybe just go to TCG if you're looking for that, or like let's say eBay, or if you can find a reputable person that does have a very good reputation. Stay away from people who have has the anime as their profile picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big meme. We always say like people who have those don't get a real opinion. But but now it's they don't get to sell cards. But even with there's people out there that have their face on it that scam people, right? It's not that hard. It's not that hard to make a new account and then just do that, right?
Yeah. It's very
so go to China. Go to Bailey. Go to Vision. We need to make Vision Vision sales, right? That'd be hot. That could be a thing. Wow. So let me know in the comments if you want Vision sales, okay?
Yeah.
With cards. That'd be actually pretty hot. But yeah, with that, just be careful out there when buying cards, because you'll probably it's always going to be bad now. And also, if you do, don't pay that little stupid PayPal fee anymore. Just send it as a friend, because that fee doesn't mean anything unless you're buying it from a company that's like an organization, not like something that's reselling stuff, right?
Yeah.
Man, my bar prep studies are like triggering in right now. It's crazy. I was just thinking all right, what are we paying here? Okay, what's the consideration?
Do you pay via PayPal?
Yeah, I was just like thinking of this, like, all right, what would be the steps if PayPal's no longer going to step in? Then it's like, what's the next step? And then go and unfortunately like, file a claim of a lawsuit, something like that. And
yeah, it's your job, right?
Yeah, right. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna have to be like, all right, we're gonna sue you right here. Like, here's your notice, here's your summons.
Is there a lot of sue memes in law school? Well,
sue memes, like
like they just say, I'm gonna sue you, like just for like I don't know. That's dumb. Like it's like
yeah, it's like law school humor that not a lot of people would get, because they'd be like, oh, I don't think this law is constitutional. Why? Because the government doesn't have a compelling interest. I'm like, don't you mean a rationally based interest? And and of course they would know it, because we know the differences between the levels of scrutiny.
Yeah.
But to anybody else saying like, why are you using such big words? I'm like, because the Constitution says it. I'm like, it doesn't actually say it, but
I bet you law school is that a very controversial place?
It can be. It can be at times, because you're going to have people that come from all different walks of life. Like in my law school class in the first year, the youngest people that we had 4 of them. They were 20 years old, so they finished their bachelor's by the time they turned 20.
Yeah.
The oldest people that were in my class were like 46, 48, like single mom or full-time psychiatrist, and it was just like, wow, this is a large range.
Very diverse.
I assume people are very opinionated too, because that's what.
Yes.
It's what I think. They deal with law, right? So.
Yeah. Constitutional law, especially. Whenever a Supreme Court decision comes down, immediate debate, and everyone just kind of gets into using whatever they learned in the past 2 months to try and justify their argument. And I'm like,
I guess that's what they bring up. I don't like that kind of confrontation personally. So maybe that works for me.
It's tough at times, but it's like we're just testing out. Like, we're probably gonna have to argue this with somebody that doesn't understand or somebody that hates us, but we have to explain it to them.
And maybe you can bring that to card games, okay?
Right.
This is why Zazan is not right, and why it's criminal. This Yasui card is just a reprint.
Like Zazan is giving a frustration of purpose to anybody that plays the game of Vanguard, just because when they see that card, they get frustrated.
It's gonna be expensive. Actually, another thing too is case ratio. Have you seen the case ratios in Japan for that?
It was really bad.
Yeah, it was like 9 per case. Zazans, something like that. Maybe. Might be worse. But yeah, you get 2 play sets for like a whole case.
Yeah.
And let's say you're playing it in every deck. Let's say you have like 3 Vanguard decks. You need like more than a case to get it. So
you need to buy 2 cases then. I don't know what the problem is.
And then sell me your useless spike cards, the SP versions.
Yeah. Right. Oh my god.
And I'll burn them. It's all right.
Oopsies.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Hopefully this video will go up
Yeah.
like Monday, Sunday, something. I don't
We'll
know.
see.
Yeah.
But it was nice
That-
talking to you guys, and
Definitely.
hopefully
Glad to be back.
we can get together
Always
again
good.
soon.
Yeah,
Fingers
definitely.
crossed.
Fridays are pretty free for me.
Cool.
You can find me on Twitter at Kekfilet. And then Alphonse, where can
Yeah.
people find you?
Yes, you can find me at Instagram at Alphonsus and Twitter at the Alphonsus.
Cool. And you can find me on Twitter at Vanguard or Built.
All right,
It's a
sweet.
pun on Vanderbilt. So yeah.
All right. This has been Vision Vanguard. Thanks for watching, guys.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Woo.